All right, so this isn't what we're doing today, but check it out. Tiff's new beach ride. It's pretty sweet. It's a 99 Chevy Tahoe, 2 owners. You can see it's in pretty good shape. Put some floor mats in it, just cheap mats. But there's some doodads that need to be done to it. Most everything works on it, other than a little odd and end here and there. But we're going to recover the seats, and we're going to put new carpet in it, front and back. There's 2 pieces of carpet in this one. And we're going to do it ourselves, and we're going to do it on the channel. We're going to be taking it to Nick's 4x4 in Rockingham, North Carolina. He's the one that did the lift on Sylvia, the Suburban. And man, this thing is so straight and rust free. We weren't going to bother with seats and carpet, but it is just looks so good. Tiff and I felt like it was worth doing new leather seat covers and new carpet in this truck. It's got 181,000 original miles on it, original engine, transmission, and it is the barn dominium type, but the truck's in really good shape. CD and tape players still even work. But deer season's over. Fishing season won't be around for a few months yet, so today we're going to do something else. This cutover over at our deer hunting spot has destroyed my 4-wheeler, so I've already replaced a CV boot on it. I don't have really any footage of the destruction taking place, because mostly we were just putting up deer stands and stuff like that, putting up blinds and stuff. So I do have a new airbox that came in for it. I punched a couple holes in the airbox and busted my rear fender. So we're gonna fix that and just find stuff that needs doing until fishing season gets here. Oh my goodness. All right, airbox time.
They replaced your whole computer out of your truck, huh?
Go what?
They replaced your whole computer out of your truck, huh? That's a big deal.
Back cover first. Well, seat first, then the back cover. Boy, my air filter has gotten dirty since my airbox has 2 huge holes in it.
I'm ready for it. Quit hurting. It's like rubber. It's not as stiff as the rest of that mess is.
Don't want any dirt get into my throttle body.
So this is
Yep. Oh, wow.
Like if you wanted to grow vegetables, you need a box. Flower garden, you need a box. Lawn, you need a box.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Is it $4 a month? Fill them out the wrong way. No. No, thank you. I sat here one night. I can't remember who it was, but
Oh, there we go. Whew. Good grief. Alright, this boot is stuck in the throttle body. I'm just trying to warm it up. I don't have a whole lot of heat here, but I'm not trying to melt anything. I'm just trying to get it warm. There's also a boot at the bottom. that is mostly off. There we go. Good grief. All right, everything's unhooked. And here's the airbox. And there's still pieces falling out of it. There's 6. Please get all this out. Alright, now you can see why I'm replacing this airbox. So she's busted here on the front. And a big old gaping hole right here. It's not really an issue. This computer on this thing was pretty good about adjusting for the extra airflow there on the modified airbox, but it is loud. Not super loud, but it's noticeably louder than fully enclosed airbox. Plus, it does let a lot more dirt and mud in there, as you probably saw from the air filter. It is nasty. Got to get these boots off these hoses. For some reason, the new airbox did not come. These clips came with these, but not these. So we got to get them off. No telling how badly I'm going to have to bend that to get it off, but I'm going to try. This clamp right here is the one I could not get to. Somehow or another, I did manage to loosen it enough to slide that off. This is just a drain catch right here. Doesn't really do anything on this anymore since I made my own. Let me just wash him up. Alright, got those cleaned up. Clean as I'm going to get them. Alright, so I've got to get a couple things off of here. This grommet came with it, these did not. I don't know why. It looks like they've got some kind of sealant around here, which I do not have. Alright. I don't want to tear these boots up trying to get them out, so I'm just going to cut this plastic up. This airbox is trash anyway, so those hooks are pretty good. There we go. There's one of them. This airbox is brutal. Right, I'm back. You guys probably hearing the heater run a little bit. our winters in North Carolina don't get here until about the end of December, 1st of January. And that's where we are now, and it's about 30 degrees outside, so the heat's probably going to run the whole time. Did get this boot cleaned up. Oh man, they look new when they're cleaned up. They're still in pretty good shape. They are a little firm, but that's to be expected. I bought this four-wheeler new in 2016, and it's got a little age on it. Fun fact, these ATVs, all Honda utility ATVs, are manufactured in South Carolina. And when I worked at Delta Mold in Charlotte, I actually designed molds for the iteration of the Honda Rancher before this one. They changed the whole body style, had a total revamp in 2014. But I actually designed molds for various parts of the Honda Ranchers on the iteration before this one. So the body style before this one would have been the one I worked on. So I'm at this point, I need to get these clips off of here. For whatever reason, the other box came with these, but not with these. One, you know, I really wish that this would go as quickly in real life as it's going to in the video. Woo. Man, if you're gonna put these on, why not just put these on too? All right, she's trash. All right, so there's the clean air filter. You can see what the WD-40 did for it. It takes all the grease out of it, and then you just wash the WD-40 out with Dawn dishwashing liquid. This one's in really good shape. This is the factory filter. You need to make sure there are no holes in it. This one looks pretty good. When this Airbox isn't busted all up, it doesn't get very dirty at all. So what we're going to do is just let this dry out. And I do have some foam filter oil that I will spray on this. What you do is you make sure it's good and dry. You can blow it out with an air hose, but I don't have air in the skinny shed here. So I'm going to get you guys in here and show you what was giving me such a hard time a while ago. Man, that thing was really being a pain. This line running up here underneath it is actually the vent tube for the rear differential. There's the throttle body, but this guy down here is very long. It's probably twice as long as it needs to be, and I couldn't get the Airbox back far enough to get it off of this. I pulled a pin out right there. You can see where the pin goes, and to do that, I also had to take a bolt out of this, lift it up. I had to take the ECM off, pull over to the side to get to that bolt, pick all this up so that I could just do this. So right now it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to get this back together. It may take a while. Of course, it'll be just a few minutes for you guys, but I've got to get it together tonight, except for the air filter, because Rodney and I are going to move some deer stands tomorrow. We're going to take some off of a place that we don't hunt anymore. The hunting has just never panned out in that spot, and we're going to move them to a spot where it's a very small spot. We're going to move them to another spot. We've got a stand that has been in the woods a long time. It needs to be replaced. We're going to replace it. I'm going to bring that one home, order some material, fix it. I may even do a video on that. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of this type of stuff in the off season. I know you guys are looking for fishing videos. If you would, do me a favor, go and watch those hunting videos and get the views up on those things, and share them with your friends, like them, comment. I do have one more hunting video coming out before you see this. About halfway through editing it, and actually it slipped by me. It was from muzzleloader season. Johnny and I went out and he was using my muzzleloader and he whiffed on a pretty decent buck. So that video will be out before this one, and that will be the last hunting video I have. They harvested the timber on our best hunting spot this year, so it really put a damper on our hunting season. I know these aren't fishing videos, but this is what we're doing right now, and maybe it'll be interesting and even helpful for some of you guys. We'll get back to the fishing videos as soon as it's warm enough to go fishing. I'm just not getting on the river in January, February, March. That is our winter, and it's very cold, and I just don't enjoy it. If I can't go down the river in shorts and flip-flops, I will do some cold weather fishing. I did one trip last year, but I nearly froze to death, and while it was fun, it was very cold. But for right now, I'm going to get back on this because it's going to get late on me if I don't. Oh yeah, much better to put back on than to take off. Not the right Airbox. Always check your parts, make sure they're right when you get them in. This hole doesn't go here. It's got as big a hole in it as the other one has. What I'm going to do to get these on is put a little grease on them. So I'm definitely going to take a picture of this. I bought this from Revzilla. All of the other OEM part suppliers have gone out of business, so you don't really have a choice here. And I'm definitely going to show this to them. So this is for a different model. I have no idea what model it would be for. I used the sticker off the frame, the VIN number, all that stuff. But you can see here, we mold designers will use inserts in molds. And on some parts, we use that insert to make holes and things of this nature. What you see right here is a witness line where this insert is in the mold. So this insert has a little step that goes all the way through to make this hole. This insert is flat. And you can see maybe just barely the witness line going around here. So these two parts are made in the same mold, but that's the wrong version of the part. I see it. This lip wanted to kink all the way around. I've got it in there now. It's like I need to work on that side over there just a little bit more, get it really settled. But I've got the locating tab where it goes. So down the side. This one's gonna be more fun. Alright, so there's both of those boots in there. Before I put these other little pieces on, I've got to deal with this hole. The thought occurred to me cutting the other one out and trying to hot staple it in here. But man, I just don't know about that. So, I went in the Tupperware cabinet. I found a few things that might work. One of Tiff's Tupperware bowls. Shit, it's probably not hers anyway. A lid, Duke's Mayo. Ooh, this container. Oh, it's a takeout tray from the cafeteria at NC State his freshman year. it does say reuse. Reused and recycled. So we're all done with the body work and paint. We just got to let this paint flash for 15 minutes and we can stick her back in the bike. Just going to do one coat. This is really, really disappointing. You go and put your bin number and this tag number right here. See that tag number? Yep, that white tag. That is the exact model number of your ATV. And then you get this. You know what? I could order another one. I could call them and say, hey, this one didn't work out. It's the wrong one. Can you send me another one? It took me 2 months to get this. 2. Anyway, not a big deal. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna stick it in there. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a break, save my GoPro battery, and I'll see you guys in a little bit when I'm putting it back in the bike. So here we go, back in. So it looks like the snorkel is still kind of out. Yeah, it's not in position yet, so I'm gonna have to do a little finagling here to get it, but I don't have enough light to see what I'm doing really. I can get my hand underneath of it. This is probably going to be the most difficult part, slipping this snorkel tube back in here. $300 years, 42 days and 19 hours later, the Airbox is in. What I do like about these Hondas is that they have a factory snorkel and the opening is up here. So as long as you don't go like to the bottom of your seat, you're fine. The problem with that factory snorkel is it is very hard to get down there in that boot in the bottom of the Airbox. And as you can see, I've got it, well, as you can see now, I've got it covered up like it's supposed to be. This foiler came with a sealed Airbox, and that's what we're going for here. So everything's back in place for right now. The last thing I have to do here is to reconnect the crankcase breather tube that runs back to the Airbox, and it is in here. I'm gonna have to try and get some light in here. Oh, right there, and it goes right there. So I'm gonna put the light here where I can, oh, that works even better. See it? Yep. All right, it's up there. I just got to get the clip on it. These clips aren't terrible to do by hand, so I'm just gonna try it by hand and see if I can get it up there. Yes. All right, big Ziploc bag. So you get your filter all lubed up. You gotta get the air out of the bag. Leave an air hole, and then you just smush it around good, like that. You don't want it dripping with foam filter oil when you put it back in. And then you wipe up all the oil that you got everywhere. You just squeeze the oil out of it. If you're squeezing your filter and it's coming apart, then you need a new filter. So this is a little bit messy. That's the reason why you do it in the bag. So after you've coated it good, put it in the bag, squeeze it out. This is what I have. I'm not paying 23 bucks a box for nitrile gloves. So this is what your filter should look like. And you can actually take a paper towel, or I'm going to take this skin shed rag, a clean rag at any rate, and it's fairly clean. And I'm just going to wipe it down. It doesn't need to be super soppy, it just needs to be tacky. So get all of the stuff that's dripping or wet off of it. If you see any dark spots in it, just kind of pat them out. I'm going to put the cage back in it. So this one, on these Rancher 420s, cage stops right here, and there is a divot right here that goes through the back. You want to pull this lip up over, and you can see that the divot is right there, sticking out of the back like it should. The cage will go inside of the boot, and the rubber part, the TPR on the filter, will go outside of the boot. Actually, I might tighten that down a little bit. And you can see here that I actually have the cage inside the boot. The air filter is going to pull over the boot, and then we'll slide the clamp back over it. You can see that the little post on the back of the cage is sticking through the air filter. That's how you know you have it installed correctly. So this Airbox lid has a front logo on it. It's kind of hard to mess that up. You want to make sure that these clips are forward. You can see right here. So I appreciate you guys watching. I know everybody's looking for fishing videos, but right now this is the type of stuff that we need to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped somebody. If you know somebody it could help, send it to them. And thanks for watching, guys.